What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. This is episode number 79, guys, and as you can see, we are starting a new season here with Portsmouth. We are now into the 5th season, I do believe, of this career mode, and you guys showed some awesome support on the last episode. You guys clearly want to see another season, so that's exactly what we're going to do here. We're going to go into another season with Portsmouth. Now that we are in the Champions League and we are in the new season, we will take a look at the emails that we do have in our office. So we see there that we've got the season's budget, and that is a massive improvement from last year. Last year I think we got a £500,000 starting budget. I mean, that's ridiculous, but they've really been generous this year, and they've given us 23 million and also 110,000 on the wage budget, so that's very nice indeed, and hopefully we can put that to use in this transfer window. For the league objective, they're saying they want to qualify for the Champions Cup again. I think that's possible, to be honest. I don't see us going too far this season in the Champions League, but you never know. You never know, really. I mean, anything can happen. You can see that anything can happen because we actually qualified for the Champions League. I didn't even expect that. Thought we were going to qualify for Europa League, and in the end, we qualified for the Champions League. So, yep, I think we can do that, and let's move on. So, here's a little look at the league table, seeing the teams that are in the Premier League for this season. So, we have Nottingham Forest back in the Premier League there, so that's quite an interesting one. We've also got Middlesbrough in the Premier League, and I do believe we also have West Ham that did get promoted as well. So some interesting teams in there, and some interesting ones getting relegated actually. Bit of an interesting, well, bit of an interesting league table, to be honest. Some of these teams I didn't even expect them to be in the Premier League this season, but it's nice to see a little bit of a change, and we are going to have some interesting opponents coming up this season. We'll have a little look at the Champions Cup objectives. So they want us to reach the knockout stage. To be honest, I think that's more than possible, but I don't think we'll get too much further than that. I'm being a bit pessimistic, but I really don't think we'll go too far in that. And we also have these other emails here. I can just delete these now because we've already seen them. So we're just going to take a little look at the pre-contract arrivals first, and then we will take a look at the Youth Squad monthly report. We've got our first pre-contract signing there. DeAndre Yedlin. Oh my god, 97 acceleration, 98 sprint speed, 96 agility, 97 balance, 98 jumping, 96 stamina, and 86 strength. Oh my god, those physical attributes are probably the best I've seen on a real player in this career mode ever. I think that is a statement that I can make. Those physical stats are absolutely insane. He's got some nice all-round stats as well for a right back. Some good curve there. And overall, I think he's going to be a good player for us. And of course, he is a free transfer. He's a pre-contract signing. So he didn't even cost us a single penny. But here's a little look at our other pre-contract signing, being Florian Thorvin here. And he is an 80 overall right midfielder at the age of 25. 10 million value. So that is an absolute bargain. We bought him for nothing, of course, because he's a pre-contract signing. His wages were a little bit steep, I will be honest, but I'm thinking he's going to be a good player for us. I mean, look at those stats. Pretty decent physical attributes there. Some nice mental attributes for a winger as well. And he's also got some decent finishing and dribbling as well, which is exactly what I want. And he can play in multiple positions, right mid, cam, right wing, and also a striker if I need him to. The first player that I'm going to actually make an approach to sign is Tom Dagnall of Bolton Wanderers here. He's only got 12 months left on his contract, and I believe I can pick this guy up for cheap. The reason I say that, he's got 1 year left on his contract. He's 19 years old. He's 76 overall, but looking at the chief executive comments actually, he may cost quite a lot of money. He does look like a good youth player, to be honest. Some really good physical stats, and overall I think he'd be a very good CDM for the future. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is offer Gary Gardner in a straight swap deal. If they're not interested in that, then I will just up the bid or maybe offer a different player. I'm going to make an ambitious offer as well for Luke Daniels, the 30-year-old goalkeeper here of West Bromwich Albion. He's improved massively, and look at those stats. He looks insane. He would basically blow my budget. That's what I'm trying to say. He would absolutely destroy it. So I'm going to go ahead and offer, I think I'll go ahead and offer, where is he? My backup goalkeeper, and Matthew Ryan, that's his name. So there we go, I'll offer Matthew Ryan, and I will also offer 10 million. If they accept that, then we've got a really good goalkeeper on our hands, but I highly doubt they will. This is the man, Rikario Zivkovic. I'm going to go back in and try and sign him. He's only got 12 months left on his contract, so there is a chance that I can pick this guy up on a cheap. Although it doesn't show it there, Zivkovic is an 80 rated striker at the age of 21 with some really good finishing. So what I will go ahead and do is offer, I think I'm going to go ahead and offer Berahino again. Yes, I will. 3.4 million of Berahino, and I will also offer 4 million, and we will hope that Hamburger do go ahead and accept that. We've got a lot of players here at Portsmouth. You can see that I've got 41 out of 42 players in the squad. That is an incredible amount of players, and I'm looking to ship off a few of those players. 2 of them being transfer listed. I have also, you know what I will do? I may also transfer list Baker as well, because 70 overall at the age of 23, that's just not good enough. And although I do like him as a player, he's just not growing. So I will just add him to the transfer list as well. It's a real shame that I'm having to do this, but unfortunately they're just not cutting the mustard. They're not good enough anymore. And this is exactly why I put them on the transfer list. We've also got Lewis Cook. I put him on the loan list for a short loan because, again, he is another player that isn't growing. And then we got 2 players for a season-long loan, being Winter and also De Vera. Already we have a transfer offer for a player, so that's actually probably the quickest time that I've ever had a transfer offer for a player, and it's actually the player that I do want to loan out. It's going to be Lewis Cook. I do want him to start growing, so I'm going to loan him out to Wolves on a short-term loan, and then after that I will recall him after a couple of days so that he does get his potential and that he will start growing and become a bit of a better player than he is now. Transfer offer here, and this time it's for Joe Bryan. So he's our left wing back that I have been looking to sell. So it's Blackburn Rovers coming in for him. So we did actually sell Ben Purrington to them, and they look like they want to actually get Joe Bryan as well. So I will counter offer his valuation, and hopefully they do go ahead and accept that, because I do want to get him out of the club. He's a bit of deadwood now, and he's not good enough really for a Champions League team in my opinion. To be honest, I completely forgot about this guy, but Michael Manjon, I was interested in signing him last season from Sunderland, and I think now is the best opportunity to possibly go in for him again. 81 overall, and he's got some great finishing on him, and that's exactly what I need in a striker. So for the Frenchman, I'm going to put in an offer of £12 million plus Berahino. I believe that should be enough, because the chief executive is saying he's worth between 15 million. So if I offer Berahino as part of a swap deal with 12 million on top of that, I believe that should be enough to tempt Sunderland into selling their striker. I'm also going to put in an offer for Jeremy Boga here of Chelsea, the French midfielder. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in a straight swap deal of Lewis Baker. So that may seem like a little bit weird, because I actually did buy Lewis Baker off of Chelsea quite a few seasons ago now, but he's not growing, and I believe that this guy Boga probably will end up growing. He's 21 years old, 72 overall, and I think he'd be a great player for us. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try and find him now. So where is he? So there he is, Lewis Baker. He's worth 1.4 million, so I will go ahead and offer another 2 million on top of that, and let's hope that Chelsea accept that. Oh, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter right now, because we've had a transfer offer accepted for Michael Manjon, and this could be a real game changer here. So we've had a transfer offer accepted for the French striker, and I don't know if I can look at his stats. No, I can't in the contracts, but I can in the transfer offer. He's amazing. That's all I'm going to say. I played against him twice last season, and he scored twice against me in those both matches that I played against Sunderland. He is an incredible striker, so I'll give him 50,000. I'll give him 20% bonus per goal. In fact, I'll just give it a 10. I'll give him 5 years on his contract, and I won't put in a squad role, because otherwise he'll be moaning if I put in crucial first team player. So I'll just offer that, and we will hope that he does go ahead and accept it. So we have a transfer offer accepted for Boga here of Chelsea, and it looks like they've accepted, yeah, they have, the 2 million deal plus Lewis Baker, so that is awesome. We will give this guy a contract, and we will hope that he accepts it. I'll give him a 5-year deal, 25,000 a week, and I just hope that for once I get a player that actually ends up growing, instead of having a player like Lewis Baker, Gary Gardner, all of the other players, you know all of their names, all of those kind of players that just don't end up growing for absolutely no reason whatsoever. We also see there we have some transfer offers for players as well. So Jerome Bingham-Williams is subject of a transfer offer from Sassuolo, and I'll go ahead and reject that, because that's not enough really. I'm only going to sell this guy unless I get about 30 million, and it's the same with Morpay, because both of these players, Bingham-Williams and Morpay, they play a lot better than their overall suggests. So I will counter offer this at 30 million, and if they give me that, then I will be very happy. Contract offer accepted though for Michael Mandron. He's going to be our first signing of this new season here. Sado Berahino's going the other way, and I'm more than happy with that because he was just unhappy the whole time he was here in the Premier League with us. He just wasn't happy whatsoever being second fiddle to Neil Maupay. So we'll just go ahead and sign Mandron here, and we'll go and take a little look at this guy's stats. So taking a little look at Michael Mandron here, we did buy him for 12 million, and taking a look at his stats, he looks like a brilliant striker. He really does. He's got 81 acceleration, 74 sprint speed. He's not really the quickest, to be honest, but he's got good strength there, and he's also got good aggression. So he's going to be a brute up front. He's also got good attack position in there at 81, and this is where it gets good. I mean, look at that. 87 finishing, 82 ball control. So he's going to be able to control those through balls very, very well. And he's also got 83 heading accuracy and 87 shot power. So overall, we've got a really good striker. He's only got 2-star skills and weak foot, a bit like Maxwell Cornet, but that doesn't really matter. He's 6'3", and I believe this guy is going to be a great player for us, a poacher right there. The perfect number 9 for us, and I hope that he does well with Neil Maupay up front. We got a transfer offer here for Gary Gardner, and that's exactly what I want to be seeing, to be honest, because I want to get this guy out of the club. He's not happy, and we've got a transfer offer from Crystal Palace for him. Although he's got really, really awesome stats. I mean, his technical stats, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely amazing, but he just hasn't grown again. Another player that's just not grown despite playing very, very well whilst he was here. So I will go ahead and counter offer that to his valuation of 2.4 million, and we will hope that Crystal Palace match it. But we have had a contract offer accepted for Jeremy Boga here, so I will go ahead and accept that, bring him into the club, and we will go ahead and take a little look at his stats. This transfer in some people's eyes may not make too much sense, but to be honest with you, I do need better reserve players, and this guy does look like a really good reserve player to have. 72 overall at the age of 21, and I'm hoping that this guy will end up actually growing. We also sold Lewis Baker back to Chelsea when we did actually purchase him from Chelsea, so it's almost like we didn't even buy him in the first place really. But we got this guy Boga. He does look pretty decent, pretty good physically, and he's also quite good on the ball as well. So you see there that Gary Gardner has actually been sold now to Crystal Palace for 2.4 million. I'm perfectly happy with that, to be honest. He wasn't growing. 73 overall. I deserve better than that, really. He's a good player, but I'm sure he will do better with Crystal Palace. Transfer offer for Tyler Blackett here, and who is it going to be from? So it's from Cardiff City. They've offered 1.1 million. I'm going to counter offer 1.5 million. He is only 71 overall at the age of 24, so I will just have to counter offer that. As much as it hurts, and he's been with us since almost the beginning of the series, I've got to let him go. It's a shame really, but I do have to let him go, and it looks like he will be going to Cardiff City. Right guys, this is going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed this beginning of the new season here with Portsmouth, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help out my channel. It shows me that you are enjoying this series as well. In the next episode, we will be doing some more transfers, and we will also be doing the first friendlies of the season here with Portsmouth. You can see the amount of money that we do have to spend left over. We've got 11,095,000 on the wage budget, so if you've got any transfer suggestions, guys, do let me know in the comments down below, as I will be open to hearing your guys' suggestions. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.